problems is the rain, and it is doing that. How much rain did you get? I don't even know what it was over the weekend.
That let me see. I think it was early Monday morning, which we were still out of town. We got 4 inches in about an hour.
Yeah, I don't know how long it took, but I know. I was thinking it was. I don't remember when it was, but whenever it was, yes, we had. But we had 5 inches,
Yeah, you've
and
had more rain than us. You
yeah,
had
and
a
it's there again from the township's perspective, it's washed the roads, and it's
yeah. Last Thursday, um, last Thursday you had rain all day, whereas we
we
had
did.
rain kind of off and on.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's raining right now.
yeah, I know, I know.
Yeah,
It rained yesterday early there.
yeah,
So
yeah,
we went, Wednesday I stayed to ordered in that concrete for that kindergarten center. Thank goodness I didn't let that slide. But that's the worst pour I have ever had in my entire life. And it took 5.5 hours to pour it. Um it we got out of there at 6:30. And that was the day that had the heat advisory.
yeah.
And we were about dead when we got out of there, but thank goodness we didn't
S-
postpone it.
So what caused it to be the worst pour?
Um, by the time I got up there, the concrete was already on the way, um, and the forms were not up to par. And the forms were blowing out, and they didn't have access lanes in and out with the buggy, and we were trying to pull long distances in the heat. Um,
Yeah,
it was the perfect storm. It
yeah,
was It was, but I'm thinking that everybody there learned some lessons that's going to hang with them for a while
yeah,
because that was not easy.
yeah. Concrete is not easy for sure,
Yeah.
and those are those things where, like say, preparation
Yes.
makes a
Yes.
huge difference.
Yeah. And you got to start thinking about pouring the concrete when you take the first shovel of dirt out of the footing.
Yeah,
You've got to have access. You've got to, we were already limited on access. We knew we were going to be with a buggy.
right.
You've got to leave room for the buggy to get through. You have to.
Yeah,
Um,
that or you're going to have to carry it shovel full at a time,
Yeah.
and you
We
don't
we
want.
wound up for part of it, we were when we were trying to dump um we were trying to dump in our access spots and then pull it. Well, dumping it in our access spots eventually got it to where the form would give in that spot. So we would just pull all we could before the form started to give, and then I would leave two guys back with they were getting concrete in the gorilla cart and scooped it in with buckets. And to top it off, so that way we didn't put too much pressure
Yeah,
on the forms. We were going
wow.
through, I was stiff legging the forms as we were going.
Yeah,
And so then once I got that in there, well, then we had to jump over them each
and
time.
you're just pouring a footing, right? And you're
Yeah,
laying a block foundation.
right.
So the footing, it's not like it's going to be a bad look. We don't care. It's going to
Right.
be under
Yeah,
dirt
it'll
anyway.
cover. It'll
Right,
cover.
right, right. And it's just
The
so.
biggest,
I guess then my next question is, and so, was there? Why did you form it rather than just bank form it?
well, because if you're going to lay those heavy blocks like that, for one, you have to get down beside the footing so you can work beside the existing so you can work, and that makes it a little wider. And then we like to leave it wider yet so you can set on that ledge and lay setting down instead of having to get on your knees and bend over
Right,
and lay up
right.
under there.
Okay. So I still though, how wide was your ditch?
The total ditch was 36.
So how wide did you form it and pour the footing?
22.
See, I guess my question is, why not just dig a 20 4 or 30-inch wide ditch and just pour it to the bank,
Well, because you'd be having to work on your knees up under that building.
right?
It would
So
slow the
what you're
mason
saying,
way
but
down.
so I guess you're saying that you won't be on the concrete, you'll be on the dirt when you're working, or
Their feet will be on the dirt, and their butts will be on the ledge on the
so they'll kind of turn sideways to lay it.
yeah, but they can set on the original height, the original yard out there with their feet down in the trench that we've
I
left
see, I see.
and
Okay.
lay them up in there.
And so by it being narrower, that if the concrete was there, it would have raised it up and their feet would have been up under their chin.
Yeah, and they would have had to they would have had to have laid on their side, got on their knees and bent all the way over, or laid on their side or something.
Right. I'm with
And
you
it
now.
just makes it impossible to lay.
Okay, yeah. And there
So-
again, I'm just thinking forms blowing and all the different things that you were dealing with, because a
Yeah.
lot of times on footings, we just bank form them.
Yeah,
Now there again, we're not working under another building, and we would just
Right.
dig a 2 foot wide trench and pour it bank to
blow
bank.
it full, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then you start forming and pouring concrete on top of that, and
See, that's it makes a lot of difference when another building's on top.
oh yeah,
Still,
sure.
I mean, that's just, we prefer to just bank form,
Yeah,
because it's a
Yeah.
mess. Because then we got to get our forms out of there, and
yeah,
now you got forms that are laid,
underneath the concrete, and
blowed out,
Yeah.
all the way down through there. You got to get them out of there. You got to take a jackhammer and a spade bit and peel them off,
Yeah.
to get them out of there, because there's no wiggling them because they're laid over.
yeah,
Oh, it's a mess.
and you
It's
don't
a
want to leave
mess.
them, because then it just starts. They rot and they
Right.
start hollering to the termites to come in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So
So, and we're anyway, since that day, we probably don't have 2 hours on that project since that day, because the weather just hadn't allowed it. And then I've got a stone job going out here east of town, rained out. Terrible. I've got we come and we started digging another foundation replacement here in Ponca. I don't remember if it was Friday when I was gone or Monday when I think it was Friday when I was gone. Yeah, it was Friday. And then of course, Monday when we got all that rain overnight, Sunday, it was a lake and we had to pump it out. And we haven't got back to it yet. And now I've got an inside job that I'm supposed to start this week, but I was supposed to have 3 other jobs done
Right.
or 2 other jobs done when I started it. And I don't have those jobs done, but I'm sitting there looking at that basement job going, man,
Well, and
maybe I should just go do that basement job.
right. And what I was going to say is, this is the thing where it's important to communicate with the customers and say, okay, if you've got 2 or 3 projects that are started or ready to start and it's weather related, you can't, and you just simply say, look, we've got this basement job, we can go do it in this weather, we're going to go do it. That may mean we'll be a little, have a delay or two to get back to you. Or on the basement job, it's you talk to them and maybe you do both and say, okay,
We're
we
gonna do
weren't going to
part,
start this till we got
pull
these others
off.
done, but we can start it now, but we may not be able to take it all the way through. There may be a delay if we get a chance to go back out and work outside when it dries up a little bit. But those kind of communications, and then if the customer says, no, I don't want you to start it until you can finish it, you go, okay. Or if they say that'd be fine, or, but it's just that, because most of the time customers have an expectation, and if you can, give them some, you know, clarity in that, what they can expect and what's going on, um, those are big things but that's probably what I would do is go, okay.
Hi, Judy.
So,
Goodness gracious, let's bring this inside, guys.
The grand dog just showed up.
oh, not the grand dog.
Yeah. and the kids, but
Yeah, to heck with
Mainly the
the kids.
grand dog.
The grand dog's what you're really excited about. Yeah. While I'm thinking about inside work, reads. I don't know exactly what. Okay, so here's where we're at on that. We've got a contract signed on the remodel.
okay.
And I know you were waiting to finish the north wall because you thought we were adding on. I mean, originally, and now that we're not, whatever you need to do, Chase was just asking me about it the other day. What if you're ready to go on it, and I don't know if it's anything that would affect or help you from a weather standpoint. Probably not, because it's but anyway, it's not a big deal. I mean, the only thing would be, is there anything you need to do before we start doing what we're doing?
I don't believe so, because I
Okay,
don't
he wasn't sure if
think we'll
you were
have
going to
to.
do some leveling in that bathroom, because he said something about you were waiting because of the ceramic tile floor. You were afraid you were going to break some grout or something. Do you, in the
I
master
don't
bathroom?
recall. I'll have to
Okay,
ask
well,
Dustin.
ultimately, we're going to replace that tile now anyway.
Okay, so just
So
blow it
we're
up.
gonna replace the tile. We're gonna replace the shower. We're gonna redo that master bathroom as well. I mean, as far as new fixtures and probably maybe, I don't know, cabinets and countertops and so on. And then we're gonna actually, we're not gonna use that closet now as a bathroom like we were gonna do. We're gonna go over. We're gonna leave it as a master bedroom closet, and where we were gonna put the master bedroom closet on the north wall, we're now going to make that the bathroom.
Okay.
So basically, where you will come right down, like now when you go into the master bedroom as a doorway, that will actually be a hallway going straight to the end, which the bathroom, you'll go walk into it and it'll be right there on the north wall. So anyway, but I just wanted you to be in the loop, because ultimately we're gonna have to pick this one up on the run and get started on it, because
Baby is coming.
baby is coming. Yeah. And so, but he just signed yesterday. And so, well, I mean, I sent him stuff last week, and he was in Hawaii all last week working.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's why I told him. I said, that sounds like a rough.
Yeah, that shouldn't count.
Yeah. Although I have no desire to go to Hawaii.
I don't either, but
I
the
mean, I
kids
would
all
much
do.
rather go to the mountains.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, but the kids all would like to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, he got back this last weekend. They looked it over, and we have added, and now I don't think it will affect anything, but be aware also, we're going to vault the ceiling in the master bedroom too.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna take it out, and we'll do the similar thing that's in the kitchen. We're gonna run a beam. We'll run it east and west rather than north and south, because that's kind of that gable on that end.
Yeah.
And we'll raise it up whatever we can. So we'll run a beam, and of course it's probably going to be right above the patio door on that east wall. So we'll see what we've got there from a header standpoint. Make sure we've got ample header and support on either side.
Yeah.
And it's not a terrible wide span, 16 feet or whatever it is there, north to south. And we'll run an LVL from the new wall. So the only thing that would be, we might want something underneath
A point load
from
there.
that would be the only thing I think that we would need to be concerned about. And then he also was just saying he wanted to be sure that whatever there's an access on the north wall of the foundation.
Yes.
He just wants it to be a good sealed up permanent, now that we're not doing that.
Okay.
We'll leave the one inside in the closet, but he'd like to have one on the outside too.
We'll take and build a well on it, and then build a shed roof on the well.
Okay. Yeah, just whatever. He just said that would be, now that we're not going to go further north. So anyway, but I just was thinking if there was anything, and like I say, most of that's going to be outside, and I don't think it's going to affect anything we're doing. We're and we'll have some plumbing, and we just want to make sure we don't get anything in your way.
Okay.
So if you need to look at it sometime when we get a little closer, basically, I don't know where the plumbing's at, as far as, I mean, I know there's some in that bathroom.
He likes applesauce.
So my intentions is we'll just kind of probably go from the new bathroom, which will be a little further west, and pick up wherever to go
Come here.
to the south.
You know, I've got two masonry crews now, two
Right,
masonry pairs, I
right.
guess. And one of them, the mason lives in Arc City and the laborer lives in Winfield.
Cool.
So as soon as they get through laying down at, as soon as we get through down there at the kindergarten center, they could probably just run straight out there.
Yeah. Well, and,
Just
and
take
like I
'em
say,
out
it's
there.
not a big deal schedule wise for us, as long as we just, are coordinating and make sure we don't, do something that's gonna,
Yeah,
mess you up or vice versa.
yeah.
So,
It shouldn't.
Give me that plate.
so anyway, anything else other than just weather issues?
Life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is it.
Tired, nothing goes according to schedule.
Right.
Add some of this apple juice.
Kids all suck.
There.
You just,
But those
man.
grand dogs are great.
Grand dogs are outstanding, but the kids,
Yeah.
no.
Don't put all of it in there. No,
I'm thinking, so I don't know, did you listen to the
Yes.
podcast this morning? I thought
Yes.
it showed that you'd opened it, and so I'm thinking I'm going to be going forward. Well, this is going to kind of tie in with the book a little bit too, but I think I'm going to be focusing on tools, on business building tools, probably for a stretch of time here, because
Yeah.
that's kind of where I'm at in the book. And so, yeah, I think that's this week's
Batching.
podcast and blog posts are going to be tool related. And then I'm probably going to, I bring this up just from your perspective, just looking at all the different tools and kind of focusing forward on what ones, um, that would be the most helpful to you. And I mean, they're all important, and that's what I'm kind of starting out looking at all of the different tools, what their purpose is, how they, why they're important and that kind of thing. And then, I don't think I'm going to include the full list in the books but
Oh, sorry.
well, it's
I
all right.
got
Thought maybe-
distracted. I just caught on to why I couldn't figure out why April was making like beef stroganoff for the dogs. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I just realized the grand dog's got to take a pill. That's why they brought him over here.
I see.
Grandma knows
So-
how to manipulate him.
Yes, they will take a pill when it's in ground beef.
It's, he's eating it up too.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Okay.
but anyway, I think, that's I'm going to, well, part of what's prompted this is as I was preparing a list to go in the book, I realized that there are so many tools that I'm not going to put the full list in the story, but I'll probably include it at the back. But I'm going ahead and making a full list, and
You're brave. That was
some of them are tools that are not actually in the toolbox yet.
It's
Some of
covered in
them are,
gravy.
but I think that's going to be something I'm going to kind of focus on going forward. So if there are any specific tools,
Okay, you didn't
I'm
have to
really
hold
thinking
it
I'm going to look
now.
closely at the
We will-
production tracker
That stroganoff.
and the revising of it, because I think I'm
Oh,
actually
Quincy,
incorporating
I
the
know it.
split. Well, we've already started that process,
Babe, could you
splitting
help
it into
me?
two,
Holding
being
Maverick, and
a
I hope it is open now.
proposal tracker
That's
and a
stroganoff.
production
Just-
tracker, because they're really,
He's got
and
one
that's
last
probably
little
where
piece
this
of
blog
metal.
post is
Go,
going to go,
brother.
because there's
Stroganoff is on me. The
kind of
stroganoff is on
the
me.
history.
No,
I
it'll
mean,
wash
it used
off.
to be originally, it was a
Just
job
put it out.
tracker. I mean, it was just kind of where I started listing jobs
buddy,
and
you're
putting
finished.
numbers to them and
Be a
so
good
on, and
boy.
it's kind of morphed.
Evolved.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah, and now it's
You
kind
could
of
Give me some.
it's kind of addressing two
Keep licking
different
all the
things,
gravy.
and I kind of need to separate it, I think, to
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
address it clearer.
You know, I was
Maybe before you put that on there.
messing with that yesterday. I was came in trying to do what I could do
Now you can't put that back in there.
with the rain and everything, but last night I had to just sit down with got go through and get everything straight in my head, and I didn't know how to do it. I tried 2 or 3 things, and then I finally just pulled up the production tracker and started highlighting with different colors where everything was at, and it
Yeah.
helped me lay it
Yeah.
out what
Well,
we got to do.
and that's just it. There are multiple different things, but that's just, yeah, I think that's the proposal tracker is going to be kind of that, the purpose will be to do that, track proposals,
Yeah.
and once they're signed, they will then automatically, and that's one of the things that Emily's got set up. She's got it set up with check boxes. Once it's signed and you click on it, it automatically plugs it into the proposal or the production tracker. And then at that point, the information's there. And then that lets us see looking forward. And I will tell you right now, based on our monetary goals for the year,
Yeah.
I've signed 2 projects in the last 2 weeks that have pushed me to that over that.
Yeah.
I say
Good.
that over that. It's going to be really close anyway for our, but I've got to look at getting them done in a timely manner. And like say, this just the first phase of reads needs to be done by, end of October. And that's not very far away.
Yeah. I've signed 38 and I'm not even halfway there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
So,
crazy.
but it changes the perspective. Then that's why I say, rather than focusing on the proposals, now that I know where we're at from signed production, those signed proposals and moving into production, I will take my foot off of the gas a little bit on proposals. I'll still do some small ones. I've got 2 or 3 little ones I'm going to look at, but I'm just not going to,
Oh, can you grab my phone quick?
that focus needs to shift to production for the most part going forward, not that I would, and there again, if Reed's go ahead and sign these other 2 phases of it, it's going to move us a long ways in, to the beginning of next year. So
Yeah.
anyway, but that's what a lot of those tools are for, is that,
We
clear direction.
In anything you can use that'll help you spot a trend quicker.
Yeah.
So you know where to focus, put your focus
Yeah.
before a problem develops,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And then the other thing that follows along with this production will be maintaining the budget and tracking that and seeing how we're doing on our spending and,
Yeah.
where are the subs at, and, all of those, and scheduling and those things, and, all start pulling into that and putting money in savings, and just, it's all of those things. And there's so much overlap. But it's all important pieces, and that's just kind of coming to the front again as I'm going through this list of tools. And so, and I want to start plugging in some new tools into the toolbox that have been on the periphery that just need to be finished and put in there. And so, anyway. All right. Well, you said whoever you were talking to a while ago, you said you'd call him back in 30 minutes. Who was it you were talking to?
Raymond.
Yeah, I thought it might have been.
It's been 35 minutes. He already called me.
Yeah.
He called me at exactly 29:45.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to that, and I'll see you this afternoon, and we'll we'll figure out something from there.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you,
All
Mark.
right, talk to you then.
All right, bye.
Bye.